Good morning. Good morning. It's currently 5:20 in the morning. I'm pretty tired, but we'll get through that. We're on our way up to Central Park right now, so the goal is to get there before sunrise, which is clocked in at like 6:24 a.m. So we have an hour. It'll be, dawn or dusk, whatever the term is, I don't remember, at like 5:45. So we should be there a little after that. We're gonna go up to the 96th Street station, walk over into Central Park, hopefully get a decent spot set up and try to capture ourselves some landscape photos. Alrighty. So at this point, it's like 7 something in the morning. It's getting to a point where it's getting a little too harsh for like any form of atmospheric pictures. And so I wanted to take this opportunity to talk to something that I've seen going around in this space on YouTube for a bit, and just about imposter syndrome, man, and how real it is and how debilitating it can be. On my Instagram the other day, I just recently hit 10,000 subscribers, 10,000 followers, and I feel like I've wanted that for so long, because it was like, that's it. Like, that to me was like the goal, and if I could do that, then I would have made it. And you set these weird expectations for yourself, and I hit it, and I did it, and nothing changed. I'm the same person, I'm the same photographer. I'm not any better of a photographer. My photos really haven't changed all that much. I just now have, a K next to my follower amount on Instagram. And so I guess I just wanted to say, take the time to pat yourself on the back when you're experiencing those types of hurdles. They are big, they are important. So make sure that you're actually giving yourself that recognition, but at the same time, giving yourself some slack when it feels like everything's impossible. Because I really felt that yesterday. I really felt like I had zero energy, and that's part of why I really wanted to kind of rip the Band-Aid off early today and force myself to come out here and take some photos, just because, one, I knew the fresh air would do me good. 2, I knew that being out here for the sunrise would just feel good, and waking up early would feel good. And 3, I knew if I walked away with at least 3 pictures I was happy with, then I had a good day. So that's kind of the sentiment here. Just make sure that you're putting in work whenever you can, and make sure that when you're achieving things that you've always wanted and have been aspiring to achieve, that you give yourself some credit for it, because you did do well. You did do a good job. You made that shit happen, and you couldn't have done it without yourself. And so I guess my question is, if imposter syndrome is something we admit we all get, how can we take very little time to acknowledge its presence? Or, should we acknowledge its presence at all in our own mind. I mean, I think it's important for other people to talk about it so that we can continue to have a dialogue about the fact that if you feel worthless and if you feel like you can't do it, that's okay. We literally all do. But also maybe in your own mind, you need to always be your own cheerleader. So I think it's important to always try to kind of fight through that and to never really give in to all of those thoughts. Because if you're like me and you have any like OCD tendencies, you could really latch on to those negative thoughts and that negative energy and just continue to like harbor that. But if you can give yourself like no, fuck that, man, like I can do this, and you kind of push that energy into yourself, I think that goes a long way too. The way I see it, and this will get relatively existential for a second, so bear with me, but no one knows what the fuck they're doing. Literally not a single person. Maybe Jeff Bezos, like he might be the one who's like, I gotta figure it out. But like no one does, and especially as creatives, because there's a vision inside of us that we are trying to push that we haven't defined yet, and that's what makes it so impossible to know if what we're doing is right or wrong. And if you think there's a message behind what you're doing, I mean, even if you think you just like doing it, or if it's just what you want to do and you don't even know what the message is, just go do it. There's a lot of people out there on the earth, and the likelihood that a couple million people could resonate with what you're making is pretty high, so keep making it. That's kind of what I've learned over the past kind of year. I was really super insecure about putting myself out there, not to strangers, but to the people I knew, the people that knew me and had kind of a defined idea of who I was. So I really tried to break that mold this past year and just really put a lot of energy into this type of kind of creative outlet, because it's honestly what I want to do. I want to make what I want to make and I want to put it out there, and so I'm just gonna go do it and hope for the best. So if you made it this far, I appreciate you. I hope this is kind of, you've liked the photos I've taken today, you've liked some of the footage, and you've liked some of the message, more importantly, because that's kind of been the route that this video has gone down. So I appreciate you as always. Again, if you made it this far, give it a like, give it a subscribe. Peace.